Alrighty, let's take a look at this question. So we have the exact value of negative tan squared of 617 pi over 6. Good grief. Okay, so first thing we want to do is figure out where 617 pi over 6 lands. So normally, if it wasn't too big, I would count in sixes and go 0, and then pi would be 6 over 6, and once around 2 pi would be 12 over 6. But this is way too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 617 on the calculator and divide by 6. Don't include the pi. And we would get 102.83 repeating. Now, once around on the unit circle is 2 pi, right? So because we took pi out of this, I'm just going to say 2 then. So 102, which is divisible by 2, if we just take that away, that's like taking away 51 rotations, because each rotation is equal to 2, or 2 pi, right? So then we're left with 0.83 repeating. So on the calculator, you'd subtract 102. Now we have 0.83 repeating, and then change that to a fraction, so math frac, and you would end up with 5 over 6. Now let's throw pi back in. So we are actually then just located at 5 pi over 6, which would land us right here in quadrant 2. And back to our question, we want negative, now that exponent on tan of exponent 2, what you do with that is you just use some brackets, and we're going to square the result after we figure out what tan of 5 pi over 6 is. Okay, so at 5 pi over 6, our coordinates would be x is big and negative, so negative root 3 over 2, comma 1/2, because y is little and positive. Now tan is equal to y over x, so we would have y, which is 1/2, divided by x, which is negative root 3 over 2 at that location. All right, so when we divide those, the 2's will cancel, and we'll be left with 1 over negative root 3, and then that's going to be squared, and then we'd have to multiply it by that negative that was in front. So keep the negative, and then if you square 1 over negative root 3, you square the 1 and get 1. You square negative root 3, which would become now positive, and root 3 times root 3 is just 3. And there we go. And then you just multiply it by that negative that was in front, so negative 1/3 would be your answer. And there we go. I hope that helped.